In this video, I'm going to explain the difference between a brand promise and our core values. All right, so our core values, which is the 10 principles that I went through in the previous video, which was value people. It was the one-page doc I had here on the one-page printout. Value people, play the long game, customer focus, focus and simplify and do more with less, extreme ownership, empower leaders, celebrate and embrace the journey, radical transparency, deliver results, and think big. These were the 10 principles that I have found to be absolutely fundamental guiding principles for me as an entrepreneur and for the company's growth and for our success. However, the difference between that and brand promises, which I'm going to explain in a second, is that principles and core values are internal to the company. They're inward facing. It's for the internal team to look to these values and these principles for how we make decisions in our business. Whereas brand promises is very much outward facing. These are the things that are important to the customer, right? So core values are important to the internal team more than anything. Brand promises are important to the customer. It's what will make sure that the customers have and receive an excellent customer service experience. So at Colorcraft, our brand promises, there's a printout. You can print it out. It's a one-page doc, but you really want to have these just totally imprinted into the back of your mind and the forefront of your mind. But our first one is deliver what we promise. So we're in an industry where there's a lot of broken promises, and it's as simple as we write estimates, we deliver contracts. And should we book those contracts, we do exactly as we say. We do what we said we were going to do. We honor our promises that we make, right? That principle alone goes a long way in life and business. It's just you do what you say you're going to do. So that's the top leading core value and principle on an outward facing. It's one of our brand promises. The next one is upfront communication. Again, because of the nature of our industry, there is a lot of broken promises again, and a lot of communication that is hidden. So it's very common in our industry and in the construction industry as a whole, just where people tell you it's going to cost this amount, and then they get into the job, and then all of a sudden there's all these hidden costs, and this is actually going to cost more, and it drives customers nuts. So one of the things with us is we have a really detailed estimating system, and we fix the price. It's like once we set that price, we're not going to come back later and give you some changed price. We communicate everything up front. We're very detailed in our approach, and this is one of the reasons why we charge a premium, and we're actually one of the more expensive companies on the market, but you get what you pay for. So upfront communication, super important. One of our brand promises. Our third and final brand promise is clean, organized job sites. So again, this goes back to just the nature of the whole industry, the nature of painters as a whole, and just construction in general. The industry is often known for just being very messy, very unorganized, people that don't bring a lot of care. And I've been painting houses for a long time, and there's nothing customers love more is at the end of a day when we come, we unpack our crew kits, we work all day, and then at the end of the job, we clean up the site in full, pack everything, make it a really nice consolidated job site so that it's nice and livable, and we're actually a pleasure to be there throughout the experience, right? Part of painting is the end result. Of course, they want to have a beautiful painted house, but they also want to have an enjoyable experience with us on the job sites. So that is a brand promise that goes a long way, is that we're actually a pleasure to be there on the sites, and we run a clean show. Remember, the job site for us is actually just the customer's home. So if you can execute on these three brand promises, you will run a clean painting company, and you will demand a high premium on your estimates and your service. So that is the difference between brand promises and core values. One is internal facing and one is outside facing. Both very important. That is it for this video, and we will see you in the next one.